Wall Street falls with U.S. Treasury yields above 3%. New York U.S. shares fell on Wednesday as Treasury yields rose above the psychologically crucial 3% degree and oil costs jumped, fanning worries about inflation and the outlook for hobby quotes. The S&P 500 ended down more than 1% within the vast sell-off, snapping a two-day triumphing streak. Among its largest drags, stocks of Intel Corp, Nasdaq, INTC, slid 5.3% after Citi cut its estimates at the chipmaker for the second one time in every week. Citi pointed to uncertainty about call for private computers and predicted the agency may want to pre-announce weaker than expected income for the second one area. Other chip stocks additionally fell. Brent crude oil fees rose above $123 a barrel and hit a 13-week excessive, even as the Dow Jones Transportation Common fell 3.8%, appreciably underperforming the opposite fundamental indexes on the day. The S&P 500 power region became the best region to give up better. The 10-year Treasury yield is up over 3%. That's probably part of why we are seeing the drawdown inside the marketplace these days, said Robert Pavlik, senior portfolio manager at Dakota Wealth in Fairfield, Connecticut. That level is what people are focused on as it represents an increase in interest rates and a mirrored image of inflation and market volatility. U.S. benchmark 10-year Treasury yields rose after the U.S. Treasury Department saw tepid call for a sale of 10-year notes. Rising interest costs have a tendency to be bad for stocks. The Dow Jones Industrial Average fell 269.24 points, or 0.81%, to 32,910.9. The S&P 500 misplaced 44.91 points, or 1.08%, to 4,115.77, and the Nasdaq Composite dropped 88.96 points, or 0.73%, to 12,086.27. Investors also are cautious in advance of U.S. customer fee statistics on Friday morning. The record is anticipated to show that inflation remained multiplied in May, though core patron expenses, which exclude the unstable food and electricity sectors, possibly ticked down on an annual basis. The U.S. Federal Reserve is expected to raise prices by using 50 foundation points at each of its June and July meetings, with a similar flow also likely in September, to be able to fight inflation. Declining troubles outnumbered advancing ones on the NYSE with the aid of a 2.78 to 1 ratio. On Nasdaq, a 1.33 to 1 ratio favored decliners. The S&P 500 posted 3 new 52-week highs and 29 new lows. The Nasdaq Composite recorded 36 new highs and 70 new lows. Volume on U.S. exchanges changed into 10.62 billion shares, as compared with the 12.26 billion share average for the entire consultation over the past 20 trading days.